For the longest time, we've all been told the same thing about getting wealthy, right? Work hard, save your money, and one day you'll make it. But what if that's just not true anymore? What if the real secret isn't about saving at all, but about creating? Well, today we're going to tear up that old rule book and look at a whole new playbook. So let's just ask it straight up. Is that traditional path to wealth totally broken? I mean, think about it. The world is changing like crazy. That whole slow and steady thing, it might just not cut it anymore. And honestly, all the signs are pointing to the fact that it's time for a major update. Okay, just take a look at this comparison. It says it all. On one side, you've got the saver's path. It's safe, but man, it is slow. It just kind of winds along. But then look at the other side, the creator's path. That is a straight up rocket ship to the moon. See, it's not just about earning your money and hoarding it away anymore. It's about getting out there and actively creating massive value and doing it fast. It's a completely different way of thinking. And that really gets us to the core of what we're talking about today. This new analysis says the old playbook, it's pretty much obsolete. Real, true wealth today, it hinges on mastering 3 super high leverage skills. So forget just playing defense with your money. It's time to go on offense and focus on generating a seriously high income. All right, so let's dig into skill number 1. And listen, this is the foundation of everything. I'm serious. If you don't get this one right, the other two, well, they just don't even come into play. So what does get people to pay you actually mean? Well, it's pretty simple, really. It's your ability to grab someone's attention and then turn that attention into an actual sale. You can think of it like the ignition in a car. It's the spark that starts the whole wealth-building engine. Because let's be real, without that first sale, you've got no revenue and nothing to build on. And if you break it down, it's actually a pretty straightforward process. See, first, you've got to generate leads. You've got to find people who might be interested. Then, you use persuasive communication to show them, hey, this is why you need this. And finally, you close the transaction. That's it. It's like a simple 3-step dance that turns a maybe into actual money in the bank. But, and this is a big but, getting paid is only the beginning. That's just step 1. Skill number 2. Now, this is where you take a single transaction and turn it into something that actually lasts. This is about building for the long haul. And here's the absolute key. You have to over-deliver. I mean, you need to provide a result that's so good, so powerful that your customers are just blown away. They're not just happy, they are thrilled they gave you their money. See, you're not just closing a deal here, you're building a rock-solid reputation based on trust and delivering amazing results. And check out the magic that happens when you get this right. You build an incredible reputation, and that stellar reputation, it makes people come back for more. And even better, they start telling their friends about you. This is where the real power is. It's not just growth, it's this awesome, organic, self-powering engine that just keeps running. Okay, so you've got customers and you're making them super happy. Awesome. But there's one last crucial piece to this puzzle. And this is the one that takes all that effort and turns it into real, sustainable wealth. Right, this is where the real business smarts come in. It's one thing to make money, but it's a whole other thing to actually keep it. This skill is all about having the financial intelligence to make sure you're capturing all that value you created and doing it efficiently. In other words, this is about making sure you're highly profitable. So let's break that down. Profitability really stands on 3 pillars. First up, strategic pricing. And this isn't just, pulling a number out of thin air. It's about knowing your worth and charging for the incredible value you provide. Second, you got cost management. You have to be smart about plugging any leaks in the bucket so that all your hard-earned money doesn't just disappear. And finally, number 3 is operational efficiency. This means building a smooth, lean system that turns your work into profit without a bunch of waste. You get these 3 things working together, that's the magic combo that turns a high income into serious wealth. And honestly, this quote from John Doe at Wealthbridge Advisors just hits the nail on the head. He says, today's affluent individuals are not just savers, they are skilled creators and problem solvers. And that's it, isn't it? It's not about saving, it's about getting in the game, solving problems, and actively creating value. So when you put all this together, what do you really have? It's so much more than just a list of skills, right? It's a fundamental shift in how you see the world. It's about adopting what we're going to call the creator mindset. And you can start making this shift right now. It really comes down to 3 steps. First, you have to reframe how you think about wealth. Stop thinking saving, start thinking creating. Second, shift your focus to solving real problems for other people, because that's where true value is born. And third, start building systems, using those 3 skills we talked about to create and capture that value over and over again. So look, here's the bottom line. The idea of just sitting back and letting compound interest do all the heavy lifting for you, that's not really the winning strategy anymore. Real financial independence, it's something you have to build brick by getting your hands dirty and actively mastering these skills. It's about being the architect of your wealth, not just the security guard. And all of this leaves us with one last and maybe most important question. And it's for you. When you look at these 3 core skills, getting people to pay you, making them happy they did, and then getting paid well for it, which one are you going to start working on first? Really think about it, because your answer could change everything.